Alright, good morning students. Today I am going to discuss chapter 10 circles yet again. Okay, we come to a very important question, theorem 10.1 and 10.2 I am going to try and discuss today together. Okay, 10.1 and 10.2, one of the two are always asked in the board exams, so be attentive. Alright, see, I got a circle out here, circle with center O and radius R. What are we given? Circle with center O and radius R, and L is a tangent at point P. This is point P. L, line L is a tangent to the circle at point P. Okay, O is the center of the circle, so OP is the radius drawn through the point of contact. OP is the radius drawn through the point of contact. Prove that the tangent to a circle is perpendicular to the radius drawn through the point of contact. We are not given this is 90 degrees. We have to prove that it is perpendicular. Okay. So what are we given? We are given in circle with center O and radius R. L is a tangent at point P. Line L is a tangent to the circle at point P. To prove that the radius OP is perpendicular to the tangent L. Okay. Now first of all, let's start with what is given. Prove in circle with center O and radius R. L is a tangent at point P. L is a tangent at point P, that is given. Therefore, P is the point of contact. Okay, P is the point of contact between the circle and the tangent. OP is the radius drawn through the point of contact. OP is the radius drawn through the point of contact. So that means P belongs to the circle with center O and radius R, and P also belongs to the tangent L. Alright. Now, since it belongs to the tangent L as well as the circle, okay, that means OP, the distance OP is equal to the radius of the circle R. Okay, so therefore you can say here, therefore OP is equal to the radius of the circle R. Now let us suppose I take a point here, say Q. Okay, I take a point Q here, and if I take a point Q here, then I get line segment OQ. Alright, we get line segment OQ. Now you can see from the figure itself, OQ is going to be greater than the radius. Okay, because why? Now let us suppose, okay, take point Q on the tangent L, where Q is not equal to P. Okay, P and Q are two different points. Take any other point Q other than point P on tangent L. Therefore, point Q lies outside the circle. You can see from the figure, outside the circle with center O and radius R. You can see it lies outside. It cannot lie on the circle because there is only one point of contact. Because if P is the point of contact, there cannot be a second point of contact. So point Q lies on the tangent, but it does not lie on the circle. Therefore, you can say that OQ will be greater than the radius because it lies outside the circle. So therefore OQ is greater than R, and therefore OQ will be greater than OP because OP is equal to radius. So that means OQ is greater than OP. So therefore, okay, if OQ is greater than OP, it means that similarly any point on the tangent L other than P, okay, other than point P, because P is also on the tangent but not P. Any other point on the tangent L other than point P will lie outside the circle. Okay, outside the circle with center O and radius R. Okay, that means all those points, if we take R, S, whatever, it will be greater than radius. Therefore OP, okay, is the shortest distance between what? Between point O, that is the center of the circle, okay, and tangent L. That means OP is the shortest distance between the tangent and the center of the circle. But the shortest distance is always perpendicular. So therefore, OP is perpendicular to L. Why? Because the shortest distance is always the perpendicular distance. If I want to draw a line, okay, from this to this edge, from this edge of the paper to this edge of the paper, you can draw it in number of ways. But the shortest distance between them will always be the perpendicular distance. So therefore, OP is perpendicular to L. Alright, so this is theorem number 10.1. What is theorem 10.1? Prove that if a line, that means a tangent, is drawn to a circle at point P, then the radius drawn to the point of contact is perpendicular to the tangent at the point of contact. So now this will be perpendicular, okay, and you can use this for various ways. Now I also want to show theorem 10.2. Theorem 10.2 is also important. Alright, now let us just see this theorem 10.2. What is the theorem? Again, try to use a rounder, okay, whenever you are supposed to make. So this is your point O, this is your point O, center of the circle. Alright, let us suppose that I have got a point here, okay, and from here I am drawing two tangents to the circle, okay, two tangents to the circle from this point. Alright, and the other tangent is here. Okay, this is your point P. Alright, and now I am joining this just to give you an idea of the triangle formed. Okay, remember, you should all do this with a pencil. Okay, use a pencil and a scale so that you get proper figures. And this is the point of contact. According to theorem 10.1, it is going to be perpendicular. Okay, and the other point of contact is here. This is the other point of contact. Okay, let us suppose from point Q I get, say, this is M and N. Okay, this is your tangent T1 and this is your tangent T2. PM is called the length of the tangent. PN is called the length of the tangent. P is an external point. Okay, supposing here, so what are we given here? We are given circle with center O and radius R. Okay, from point P, okay, T1 and T2 are tangents at points M and N from an external point, point P. Alright, understand what is given. See, this is tangent T1, this is tangent T2. So T1 and T2 are tangents to this circle with center O and radius R is given. T1 and T2 are tangents at what point? At point M and point N. T1 is a tangent at M, T2 is a tangent at N. From where? From an external point P. External point means point lying outside the circle, from an external point P. Alright, now this is given. What are we supposed to prove? Alright, we are supposed to prove that remember one thing, okay, once again, okay, just to make it absolutely clear, okay, just to make this absolutely clear, theorem 10.2, we are given two tangents T1 and T2 from an external point P. We have to prove that T1 is equal to T2. That means the tangents T1 and T2 are equal. If a pair of tangents are drawn from an external point to a given circle, then the length of the tangents are equal. That is, the T1 and T2 are of equal length. That is, PM is equal to PN. Okay, this is called the length of tangent T1, PM. PN is called the length of tangent T2. Alright, so to prove that, what are we supposed to prove? We are supposed to prove that, okay, T1, that is tangent T1, is equal to tangent T2. Alright, so we begin with the proof. What is the proof? First of all, in circle with center O and radius R, point P is an external point. That means it does not lie on the circle. Is an external point lying outside the circle. Okay. Now T1 and T2. T1 is a tangent at point M from point P. This is given. Alright. Similarly, T2 is a tangent. T2 is a tangent at point N from point P, which is in the exterior of the circle. This is also given. Alright. Now you can see that if you look at it carefully, according to theorem 10.1, okay, this is going to be perpendicular, right angle. This is also going to be perpendicular. Radius drawn to the point of contact is at right angles, perpendicular. Also, this is radius of the circle. This is radius of the circle. And this is the common side. OP is the common side. Okay. So now, comparing triangle, okay, we compare the triangles with two triangles. Comparing triangle OPM and triangle OPN. Which are those two triangles? OPM, OPN. Comparing these two triangles. So first of all, we can write that OM is equal to ON. Okay. OM is equal to ON. Okay. Or we can say the sides are congruent. Why? Because radii of the same circle. Okay. Radius of the same circle is always equal. Then angle OMP is congruent to angle ONP. Why? Because they are right angles, 90 degrees. So both angles are equal. And then OP is congruent to OP. Why? Because it is common side. Common side. Alright. So you can see side, angle, side by SAS congruency. Therefore, by SAS congruency, remember congruency, not similarity. By SAS congruency, triangle OMP or triangle OPM is congruent to triangle ONP. Okay, OMP, OPM, this is the same thing. Triangles are congruent. Okay, so what can you say if the triangles are congruent? See, we have compared these two triangles. OM is equal to ON, radii of the same circle. OP is equal to OP, common side. And this angle, OMP and ONP are right angles. By side, angle, side congruency. Side, angle and side congruency. In fact, this is not side, angle, side. It is RHS. Right angle, hypotenuse and one more side. So it should be RHS. Okay. By RHS congruency, I'll just change this. By RHS. By RHS congruency, these two triangles are congruent. If the triangles are congruent, then PM is equal to PM. Okay. So therefore, you can say by RHS congruency, triangles are congruent. Therefore, PM is congruent to PN. Okay. Or you can say that PM is equal to PN. But what are PM and PN? They are tangents T1 and tangent T2. Therefore, the tangents are congruent. The tangents to circle with center O and radius R from point P are equal in length. Equal in length, or they are congruent. Okay. This is your theorem 10.2. Once again, both the theorems, this is a short chapter. Chapter on circles is a very short chapter, and there are only two theorems, 10.1 and 10.2. Out of these two, one will be definitely asked in the exam. Everyone should write this in the notebook and learn it up. It is not given exactly like this in the notebook, and that is why I am telling you, learn from this. Okay, once again, theorem 10.1, if a tangent is given to a circle at point P, P is the point of contact, prove that the radius drawn through the point of contact is perpendicular to the tangent. Okay, so for that, we take a point Q, okay, on the tangent. But this point Q cannot lie on the circle because there is only one point of contact by definition of a tangent. So Q lies outside. That means OQ will be greater than the radius. but OP is equal to radius. Therefore, OQ is greater than OP. Similarly, no matter where, if you take any point here or any point here, then you will find it is always greater than the radius, or OP is the shortest side. Shortest side means it is perpendicular, because only that which is right angle to the line L will be shortest. So therefore OP is perpendicular to L. That is what we are supposed to prove. Theorem 10.1. Theorem 10.2, we are supposed to prove two tangents equal in length or congruent from an external point P. This is an external point P, and this is a circle with center O and radius R. I have drawn two tangents, tangent T1 and tangent T2. Okay, M is the point of contact, N is the point of contact. We have to prove that T1 is equal to T2, or you have to prove that PM and PN are equal. Okay, so now compare these two triangles, triangle OMP and ONP. First of all, OM is equal to ON, radius of the same circle, radii. Then angle M and angle N are right angles, because according to theorem 10.1 they are perpendicular, and OP is equal to OP, it is the common side, but both are right angle triangles. Okay, and this is a hypotenuse. So by RHS congruency, right angle, hypotenuse and one more side, RHS congruency, triangles are congruent. If triangles are congruent, then PM and PN are congruent, or PM is equal to PN. If PM is equal to PN, then tangent T1 is equal to tangent T2. Okay, so this proof, once again, let me make it very clear. Okay, theorem 10.1 and 10.2 will be asked in the exam. See, if I want to do a problem based on this, okay, suppose this is your circle, and this is an external point, and this is a tangent to the circle here. Okay, P, this is O, this is an external point, and let us suppose this is the radius, M is the point of contact. Okay, this will always be perpendicular. This will always be perpendicular. Now, this, you are given that radius is equal to 4. Okay, this is equal to 5. This, find the length of the tangent. So in triangle OPM, by Pythagoras theorem, you can apply Pythagoras theorem. Okay, then OP square, because OP is the tangent, the hypotenuse, is equal to OM square plus PM square. Okay, OP is 5. 5 square is equal to 4 square plus PM square, or PM square is equal to 25 minus 16 is equal to 9, and therefore PM is equal to 3. Therefore the length of the tangent, okay, length of tangent is equal to 3. Length of tangent is PM is equal to 3. Alright, that's enough for today. I'll carry on and do some couple of exercises tomorrow on circle. This is a short chapter, but you must do it thoroughly. 10.1 and 10.2, out of those two, one will be asked in the exam. Alright, thank you.